Little joy for Charlton since Alan Kirbishley left. Last week's defeat at Aston Villa was their 5th in 6 Premiership games, and Ian Dowie's already facing a survival battle. Arsenal have recovered from a poor start with 2 straight league wins and go for the hat-trick. Arsene Wenger hopes to celebrate 10 years in charge with a repeat of the Gunners' win here at Charlton last season. A very good afternoon and welcome to the Valley for the Barclays English Premier League encounter between Charlton Athletic and Arsenal. It's been a hugely significant week for Arsene Wenger. 2 days ago, arguably the greatest manager in Arsenal's history, celebrated 10 years with the club, a massive milestone for any manager in this day and age of chop and change in the Premiership. Wenger has been a constant for a decade, and it's been a decade of unparalleled success for Arsenal. 3 Premiership titles, 4 FA Cup wins, the double in 1998 and 2002. In addition to that, of course, he took them to the UEFA Cup final in 2000 when they were beaten on penalties by Galatasaray. And of course, back in May, it was the Champions League final where they were beaten by Barcelona. But this is Wenger's day. Although his opposite number, Ian Dowie, will be desperate to spoil the party. Charlton in all kinds of trouble, 2nd from bottom in the Premiership. Only 1 win from their opening 6 games. The other 5 have all ended in defeats. They're already planning, I guess, towards a relegation scrap. They won't tell you that publicly, but privately, I'm sure that's crossed everyone's mind here at the Valley. As for Arsenal, Wenger may be celebrating 10 years in charge, but he won't be terribly impressed with 9th position for them after their opening 5 games. 2 away games have brought 1 win and 1 defeat. The loss was up at Manchester City. Still, given the fact that it's almost October, gloriously sunny in the capital. This is a ground where Arsene Wenger traditionally prospers. Arsenal have won in the last 5 meetings with Charlton. Indeed, they're unbeaten in the last 9 games between these 2 sides. The last time Charlton won was a sensational 4-2 victory at Highbury, the former Arsenal ground. Now, of course, that was almost 5 years ago. Charlton haven't won at the Valley here for a similar period of time against Arsenal.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and finally, the teams will make their appearance at the Valley. Arsenal, of course, started life as a South London club. If you travel 2 stops on the train down from Charlton Station, heading east, you will come to Woolwich Arsenal, which is where the famous club started their life and took their name. Glorious history. You think of the great Arsenal managers, Herbert Chapman in the 30s, Persie who brought them the double, George Graham, of course, and now this man, arguably the greatest of them all. Huge reception. There's only one Arsene Wenger. You'll hear that refrain today from the Gunners fans. Salutes the crowd here. Even the Charlton fans, to be very fair to them, are giving Arsene Wenger a wonderful reception, and rightly so. Not just the trophies and the success he's brought, it's the style of football that Arsenal have given the Premiership, and some of the players we've seen in the famous red and white. Thierry Henry, of course, Dennis Bergkamp, Mark Overmars, Nicolas Anelka, Patrick Vieira, Freddie Ljungberg, to name but a few.
Arsenal. In goal for Arsenal, number 1, Jens
Well, let's have a look at the two teams this afternoon then. Charlton give Kevin Lisby a first Premiership start for 2 seasons. He'll come onto the right side of midfield because Dennis Rommedahl has picked up an injury. Like Arsene Wenger, Lisby's celebrating 10 years with his club this month. The other change for Charlton sees the summer signing from Spurs, Andy Reid, back after a hamstring strain to replace Matt Holland in midfield. Wenger's celebrations this week are made even better by the news that William Gallas has shaken off the hamstring injury he suffered in the Champions League win over Porto in midweek and plays. He'll start at centre-half with Justin Hoyt continuing at left-back because Johan Djuru is only fit for the bench. The only change then sees Freddie Ljungberg preferred to Thomas Rosicki. Well, there's Andy Reid. He's only made 3 starts since he joined Charlton from Tottenham. He's had a hamstring strain which he suffered in the game against Chelsea, which they lost 2-1 a couple of weeks ago. And William Gallas return, or not return, continuation is a big boost for Arsenal. He was written off virtually on Thursday. We were reading that he was definitely out of this game, but a scan revealed that the injury was nowhere near as bad as first thought, and Gallas has passed a fitness test this morning to give Wenger a big boost. Charlton are going to have to forget all the hullabaloo and fanfares regarding Arsene Wenger's 10 years. Ian Dowie knows there's only one thing to worry about this afternoon, and that's trying to end this wretched start to the season. When you compare it with a year ago, Charlton was second in the Premiership with 5 wins out of 6. Only Chelsea had a better record there. Now they're second from bottom with only 1 win out of 6. It's dire straits already for Charlton, beaten at Aston Villa 2-0 last Saturday. Arsenal, of course, enjoyed their first league win at the new Emirates Stadium comfortably by 3-0 against Sheffield United a week ago. Referee this afternoon is Mark Clattenburg. Scene set then. Can Arsene Wenger celebrate 10 years in charge with a win? Or will Ian Dowie spoil the party? Gallas and Touré there, 2 centre-halves. Fantastic record. This man has got 565 games for Arsenal in total, 332 wins, 129 draws and only 104 defeats in 10 years with the club. And he'd probably be the first to say that statistics count for nothing. He always simply takes 1 game at a time. Today it's Charlton Athletic, and we're just about to get underway. Game underway. Arsenal in their change strip of yellow shirts, kicking from left to right at the Valley, looking to complete a hat-trick of league wins after victories over Manchester United and Sheffield United. Charlton looking to ease the pain of 5 defeats from 6 opening games. Alongside me in the autumnal sunshine to watch this one is Davy Provitt.
It's remarkable, John, how 1 result can kick-start the season. Only a few weeks ago, Arsenal went to Old Trafford under real pressure, having taken just 2 points from their first 3 games. They won that, of course, and they haven't looked back since. Bookies have them 2-1 on today, which tells its own story. And only Charlton's very best is going to be good enough to take anything today.
Yeah, they're going to have to find something special. Charlton, Hasselbank and Darren Bent, of course, are proven goal scorers. Arsenal looking to work the ball infield at the moment, but that's tenacious play by Darren Bent. But Gilberto has it now. Henry trying to release the speedy Eboué down the right flank, but Andy Reid back in the side today was a cross to get it back to Scott Carson, who, as you can see, is chosen to protect his eyes from the bright sunshine just south of the River Thames. There's Fabregas. Henry with the dummy, Ljungberg almost onto it. This is Lisby. It was a surprise inclusion. Not too many expected his name on the sheet. Hasn't started since the 2004-2005 season, Kevin Lisby. Hasn't scored since the opening day of that season in a 4-1 defeat against Bolton. That was 2 years ago. Curry with the long ball up towards Hasselbank. Gets the touch. Hughes is beaten to it, though. And then commits a foul on Freddie Ljungberg.
He did well, Hasselbank, there. It was a difficult one to win. And I think, you know, when it is knocked long to Floyd Hasselbank, midfield players are going to have to get a little bit closer to him. Brian Hughes struggling there to make up the ground and offer a little bit of support.
That's a foul for a shove on Alexander Hleb, the Belarusian midfield player who was on target in midweek in the Champions League against Porto. There he is now. Ljungberg. Arsenal keeping the ball well at the moment. Torre. Spotted the run of Henry, but the pass, despite the applause from the Frenchman, was a little overhit.
I think Henry's trying to drag El Kharkouri across the box here and leave the space for Van Persie. Not convinced he was the target there, although his arm was up. And he does take defenders into positions that they don't want to be in.
With the header for Charlton. It's interesting to note that when Arsene Wenger took over at Arsenal, his first starting 11 featured only one foreign player. That was Patrick Vieira. And today, 10 years on, there's only one British player in the side, and that's Justin Hoyt. This is Eboué. It's been a slow, patient start. Arsenal enjoying the majority of possession. This is Justin Hoyt. Ljungberg, caught by Hughes. The referee's going to have a word with Brian Hughes. That's the second time.
I'll tell you what, he'll be fortunate if he's not booked here. He's never favourite to get anything on the ball there. That for me is a yellow card. He's very fortunate. If the card stays in Mark Clattenburg's pocket, yeah, he's off the hook.
I think it's probably on a last chance, though, Davey. One more, and I expect the yellow card will be brandished in his direction. Had 5 minutes. Here's Fabregas. Still only 19, the Spanish midfield player. Eboué. Now Van Persie. Gilberto. Hleb plays the 1-2 with Fabregas, and he was caught there by Herman Hreidarson, and I think the yellow card will come out this time.
Well, it could have come out a couple of minutes earlier. Hreidarson trying to make a case for himself, but there is no case. And Mark Clattenburg was going to let it go had there been an advantage there for Arsenal, but there was none.
Well, Herman Hreidarson's disciplinary record recently is not good, to say the least.
I don't think he has to jump into this. I mean, Hleb's always going to play it late off first time. He's come in well late. It means he's walking on eggshells now. A lot of football left in this game, and one badly timed tackle. We'll see him going off for an early bath.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time. He missed the last 3 games of last season after being suspended, and also had a spell banished this season after that elbow on Kevin Davis in Charlton's only win here against Bolton. So 6 out of the last 10 games Herman Hreidersen has been... Charlton have played, Hreidersen has been suspended from. Free kick will be taken by Robin van Persie. I think he went for goal. And the roar from the Charlton fan tells you everything you need to know about that.
I bet he wishes he didn't now. Just never gets his foot round it at all. Certainly within range, he's trying to find that top left-hand corner.
It's ambitious to start with. The execution was poor. First effort on goal of the game, mine. Touré away. Fabregas to Henry. And now Kleb. Henry wants it back, but Kleb will instead find Fabregas. Henry does have it now. Tries to slip it through once more. Good defending by Hreidersen. Charlton have given it away. Kleb once more. Fabregas gets it back from Henry and finds Eboué. This is Henry. Persie was waiting for the ball to come, and as he did so, Luke Young nipped in.
I think you can tell this early, though, that the pressure is really off this Arsenal side now. They've turned their season, the last few results, and there's a real expression, a real confidence about them.
Henry with the back heel, but Ljungberg couldn't profit. It was El Karkouri knocking it away. This is Lisby. It's an Arsenal throw. Emmanuel Eboué. Now Kleb, bit of space to work in midfield. Back out to Eboué again. Cross in towards Fabregas, but the stooping header was from Amdi Faye. Charlton's worst ever start to a Premiership season is well known. It's also Arsenal's worst start to a Premiership season as well, despite the recovery. They're used to being further up than 9th at this stage. Here's Fabregas! Let's fly straight at Scott Carson, who didn't really have to move to gather.
That's a lovely little exchange with Ljungberg, though, to make the space on the edge of the box. A lot of players go offside when Fabregas picked it up, but good, clever interplay made the room for him to get the shot away.
Hughes for Charlton. Dummy for Andy Reid. Trying to find space for a shot on the edge of the box. Charlton still have possession. It's Lisby. Chipped in by Luke Young, but away by Kolo Touré. Pressure not yet off for Arsenal. Might be now, though, with Gilberto finding Fabregas. Now Ljungberg. They do counter-attack so well. It's been one of the hallmarks of Arsene Wenger's 10 years. Wonderful counter-thrust that Arsenal are capable of producing. That one didn't come to anything, though.
Just needs someone to show here, and it's Freddie Ljungberg who comes short for Fabregas, and once it opens up, he's always going to take the shot on.
It was up above Gallas, but only succeeded in finding Lehmann. Alexander Kleb. Gallas wearing number 10 shirt vacated by Dennis Bergkamp. It's Justin Hoyt. Works it neatly to Gilberto. Boué's got Kleb just to his right. This is the Belarusian now, looking to squeeze past Hreidersen. Henry tries to chip it back. Kleb goes over. No foul, says Mark Clattenburg.
Well, the return ball certainly wasn't fining Kleb. It was by Thierry Henry's standards, it was a clumsy return ball. He was never getting on the end of it. That's not to say that he wasn't blocked off here. It would have been soft had it been given.
This is Ljungberg. Gets it away from Lisby. This is Fye, though, intercepting for Charlton. Hughes. Solid tackle by Ljungberg. And now the ball has worked through to Henry. He's surrounded by 5 red shirts at the moment. He's got the talent, of course, to bypass them all. Plays it back to Persie again. And it's a target just as off, an effort just as off target as his free kick.
Well, it doesn't waste much time. Once he gets a little bit of space and a sight of goal, he's always looking to get the shot away. He had the option there of Fabregas, who'd made a decent run, but Arsenal broke so quickly through Henry. They were struggling to get support forward.
Robin van Persie scored in a win over Charlton on New Year's Day in 2005. It's a happy hunting ground, this, for Arsenal over the years. This is Luke Young. Hughes. Bentmore chase, but Hoyt easily able to get there first. Kevin Lisby. No foul. Ljungberg will bring the ball away for Arsenal. This is Van Persie. Charlton have it again. Not for long, though. Van Persie again. Now Fabregas trying to find Henry. It's a clever ball, but he's just offside.
Oh, very tight. Sam Defy, who's deepest for Charlton here, is the first time ball is played through for him. He's wide, he's looking right across the line. He reckons he's on. As it's played, well, I think he is. It's El Kirkouri or Jonathan Fortune in the central area who played him on.
Well, that looks, on that evidence, to be an incorrect flag against the man who's scored 11 goals in 11 games against Charlton Athletic. Ball's flicked on, just for a moment. Darren Bent thought he was in there, and it took some fairly last-gasp defending to prevent him from scoring.
That's top-class defending from Gallas to match the run. Anticipate that Arsenal were going to lose the first ball. Look how tight Gallas is here. Terrific defending. And that may be Charlton's best bet, you know, going long, playing for a knockdown or two.
Well, you could see the strapping on William Gallas's left thigh there. He was touch and go whether he'd start this game. Passed the fitness test, unfortunately for him. No ill effects from that challenge. The man who Arsene Wenger described this week as the best defender in the world. Certainly appears happier at Arsenal than he was at Chelsea towards the end of his stint at Stamford Bridge. Roberto Silva was upended there by Brian Hughes.
Well, it's a free kick, no question about that, but it's a ball that's there to be won. Hughes is entitled to put his foot in. Just a fraction out.
Just a sight of Gallas there. I think he's okay. It's a big strapping. We've had a quarter of an hour at the Valley as the ball is played forward from Kolo Touré to Thierry Henry, flips it across towards Fabregas. It was wonderfully set up and the header was just too high. Brilliant again from Henry.
Oh, I should certainly score, but the set-up play is exquisite from Henry. This leaves El Kirkouri for dead here. Little dink over his head. Go on, Cess, help yourself, son. Oh, I should be keeping that down. Henry at his very best. And that goes down as the cleanest chance in the match so far by a country mile.
Absolutely. Perhaps one criticism of Arsene Wenger's 10 years in charge, it is that Arsenal perhaps lack a generally good old-fashioned centre forward who's going to get on those and bury them. Fabregas not the greatest in the air. Here's Eboué, away by Fortune. Addison upfield. It's fallen kindly for Andy Reid, and he's found Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Kevin Lisby's over on the right. Only Darren Bent in a really forward position at the moment for Charlton. Here's Andy Reid, blocked by Ljungberg. Fabregas has found Kleb. Now Henry. Kleb again. Henry uncharacteristically plays it straight to Andy Fye. Reid goes long again, but too long this time. Justin Hoyt, who spent last season on loan at Sunderland and suffered the pain of relegation up there on Wearside, but back now with Arsenal, enjoying a little run in the side. Johan Djuru is on the bench as that ball bounces kindly for Scott Carson.
Better weight to ball there, and Ljungberg's in. Just so square there. Charlton trying to squeeze the game up. Again, yeah, he'd be certainly onside there. It's Jonathan Fortune again who's playing him on.
Very bright sunshine now at the Valley. Luke Young trying to find Kevin Lisby, but it's gone past him. Five back in for Charlton. Hasselbank was penalised there for a shove on Gilberto. Now Henry, who's dropped deep. Midfield play though by Fye. Henry's still down, but I think he's okay. Andy Reid for Charlton. It's a promising ball in towards Darren Bent, and it was a good defensive header by Jens Lehmann. Lisby's there. You could see what he was trying to do. He just couldn't do it.
The weight of the ball from Andy Reid was absolutely perfect. It was a horrible height there to deal with. Unfortunately enough for Gallas, Jens Lehmann out very quickly sweeping. And almost a bit of joy for Lisby there. It would have been special to score from that range, even with Lehmann off his line.
Here's Luke Young, Charlton's best spell of the game. I think that's come back off Young for a goal kick. It has. But something to lift the home crowd at least, with Arsenal having dominated possession in the opening 20 minutes.
Well, that's what they needed. Needed a little bit of encouragement. They've been onlookers at the moment as Arsenal have passed the ball through them. They've done a lot of chasing. It's certainly given the crowd a little lift up. Last couple of minutes or so, goalmouth activity. Good goalkeeping by Lehmann. Made up his mind early, he was coming, that was going to be his.
He's one of these goalkeepers. He's not a bad outfield player, Jens Lehmann. I think I'm right in saying he's scored in the Bundesliga. Gilberto missed kicks. Here's Fye. Hughes. And Lisby out wide. Luke Young. Much better this from Charlton. Cross was knocked away by Kolo Touré. It's a nice turn by Ljungberg, and he's found Henry. Beautiful ball through to Fabregas, who couldn't quite stretch and gather. No flag. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Darren Bent. Charlton lead at the Valley against Arsenal. Fifth goal of the season for Darren Bent. And it's dampened Arsene Wenger's 10-year celebrations.
Well, Arsenal coming out, they're looking for an offside here. William Gallas is over at the assistant. He reckons Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank is offside. Can't tell there because you can't see the ball being struck and his positioning. I thought he was going to take the shot on, but he had time to get the head up. He sees Darren Bent at the back post, and the square ball is perfection. Arsenal just caught pushing out from the back, thought they were on the attack, and as it broke down, gave Charlton the chance to get in behind. Terrific setup from Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, and Darren Bent wasn't going to miss from there.
Well, he's been left out of the England squad for the forthcoming Euro qualifiers, Darren Bent, although he will play in the under-21 playoff against Germany. Steve McLaren deciding not to put him in, but he's got 5 of Charlton's 6 goals this season so far. The man who set him up, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, has got the other one. But for the second season running, Darren Bent is in hot form in front of goal. Arsenal had enjoyed so much of the possession, but Charlton just beginning to get themselves into the game, produce the opening goal to stun the Arsenal fans behind the goal that it went into.
Just wonder how much of a case Arsenal have, John, for offside. A lot of protests being made after the goal. Persistent protest. Gallas certainly thought that Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank was offside as the ball was knocked over the top.
Well, the protests are irrelevant now. The goal stands. And Charlton Athletic lead by 1-0. Ryderson. Away by Hoyt, and now Ljungberg. Charlton coming forward again. Desperate defending by Kolo Touré. And now Lisby couldn't quite control it. Fabregas got it away. Lisby was late.
And to be fair to Fabregas, he's on his feet immediately. Could have stayed down there. It was well late.
There will be a booking. Having Lisby's first start in a couple of seasons sees him go into the book alongside the name of teammate Herman Hreiderson. Midway through the first half. Here's Eboué. Now Hleb. Forward towards Ljungberg. Not sure how much Karkori knew about that, but it was effective in the end.
I think it's a miscue. Went in the right direction, fortunately enough for him.
First time Arsenal have conceded in 3 Premiership games, having beaten Manchester United and Sheffield United. Play goes on. Lisby still down, nursing an injury. It's been swept across by Fabregas to Hleb. The Charlton fans are furious because Lisby's still down, but play goes on, and here's Henry stretching. And El Karkori got across and made the block. Charlton are incensed by that.
Well, it's certainly not Arsenal's fault. They're told to play on. It's up to the referee to stop the game if he feels it wants it. It was Hoyt. It was a follow-through with the left foot that did the damage. He took the top of the ball with his right foot, but it's the follow-through with the left foot that did the damage to Kevin Lisby.
Well, nothing was given. Lisby's okay, and you're absolutely right. The new rule is that the referee only will decide when play stops for an injury. So Arsenal have the corner, which Robin van Persie will take. The referee spotted something going on in the 18-yard box involving Andy Fye. Henry's there! Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he headed into the net. He scored with headers in his last 2 games, but that one was too high.
Yeah, he did well to show here, but Andy Fye is tight enough. He's making sure that Henry isn't getting a clean header. He's always under pressure there. Look how tight Fye is.
Lisby has slumped back down, clutching his right ankle. He got up and walked back towards the other end where that corner was being taken, but he's down once more.
And this was a challenge. It was a follow-through with the left foot from Justin Hoyt that did the damage there. He was pretty high with the right foot. He did take the top of the ball, though, but it was a follow-through that did the damage.
Play continues with Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Hughes half tackled by Van Persie. It's all getting a bit frenetic now. Now, Van Persie made a challenge there on Hasselbank, and there's All kinds of scenes going on now. Mark Clattenburg's going to have to keep a cool head. Looks like he's doing that at the moment, to be fair to him. Surrounded by every player on the pitch except the two goalkeepers.
Problem for Van Persie here, John, is that it was off the ball. Not convinced Mark Clattenburg got a good look at it, but his assistant might have seen a bit more.
Yes, the assistant there is Nick Kinnersley, and he's having a word with Mark Clattenburg, and is Arsenal's afternoon about to get worse? It's a yellow only for Van Persie.
Well, I mean, he's had a kick there at Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, completely off the ball. That very easily could have been a red card for violent conduct. You can hardly say he's trying to play the ball, can he?
No. I just wonder whether Hasselbank's flamboyant, rather over-dramatic dive lost a bit of sympathy with the official on that far side.
Well, this was a big moment in the match, the ball over the top. And it looks to me as if Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, at worst when it was played, was level. Arsenal trying to push out, and that allowed Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank the time to get his head up and pick Dan Bent out at the back post. And it looked to me as if the assistant got that one spot on.
Well, Hasselbank is back on his feet. Charlton have a free kick. No shortage of incident in this game so far. Ryderson has added his height to the men in the box. There's the cross. It's Fabregas with the header clear. Fye. Hughes, but straight to Hoyt. Now Henry for Arsenal. Hleb is the man on the near touchline. Finds Ibue unintentionally, and Ryderson is able to put it away for a throw. Hleb again. It's a lovely ball into Henry. There's the back heel. No one on the edge of the box to put it in.
And needed a runner. The type of move you expect to see Freddie Ljungberg arriving late to pick up the back heel. Great set-up play again from Thierry Henry.
Well, after the celebrations this week, Arsene Wenger's had to come a bit down to earth now. I'm sure he's not the sort to hang on about the fact he's been in charge for 10 years and how great it's all been, but at the moment it's not going well for him or his side.
That's where they're getting a lot of joy. You look how high up the pitch Charlton are pressing the ball. That's where they want to be making tackles, up on the halfway line. Don't want to be making that type of tackle on the edge of their own box and risk giving away free kicks in that area.
Ryderson finds Hasselbank, tackled by Gilberto. Now Luke Young. In towards Bent. Gallas's header. Hasselbank with some good control. Can't quite find Hughes though. And Ljungberg has found Van Persie. Henry up ahead of him. Hleb is in space in the inside right channel. This is Hleb now. Fabregas is on the overlap. Fabregas in towards Henry. Great defending.
It's a good chance though. It's a good chance. Terrific offer from Fabregas because Hleb had nowhere to go there. Just opened his foot a little bit too much there, Thierry Henry.
Here's Fabregas again. Henry once more. He's got Van Persie to his left. This is Fabregas, and now Ibue into Fabregas. Goalkeeper claws it away. Cool as you like. El Karkouri completes the clearance. Good work by Scott Carson there, though.
And nobody following in. Again, it was Fabregas in behind, but when they do get into those areas, you're expecting Arsenal to get bodies into the 6-yard box. Never happened there after the spill.
Henry looks as if he'll keep this one in, and does. Nightmare for defenders. He's knocked it through to Hleb. Good skill by him. Out to Van Persie! That's a terrific equaliser for Arsenal. Beautifully set up and taken with panache by the Dutchman. His first Premiership goal of the season. That's a bit better for Arsene Wenger.
Well, again, the set-up play between Henry and Hleb is first class. Van Persie had the option, he could have hit it first time, but he obviously knew he had a little bit of space here. Time to take a touch. Look at the players that are goal side there. Henry into Hleb. As it comes across here, Van Persie could have taken a touch, and he did. He didn't have Bury. Might have been tempted to put his foot through the ball first time. He knows he has the space and the time. One touch. Always looking for that far corner, back across the goalkeeper. Answer the questions, the early questions that Charlton posed of them.
Well, that's what Arsenal are all about under Arsene Wenger. Great movement, good passing, good finishing too. Here's Ljungberg. The wind in their sails now. Van Persie. It's gone straight through to Ibe. Only one thought on his mind there. Angled drive, just wide.
I think Van Persie's entitled to feel that somebody should be getting on the end of the cross. You know, he's knocked a ball in, coming away from the goalkeeper, the central area, but there's not a runner getting on the end of it.
Would have been some goal if that had gone in. Ibe has only ever scored once for Arsenal. That was in the Carling Cup. Robin Van Persie's only other goal this season was in Champions League qualifying against Dinamo Zagreb. 3-0 win. Madison's lost it to Hleb. Fabregas tussling with Hughes, but Hughes has done well to get it back to Carson. Hasselbank chasing with Gallas. Both former Chelsea, of course. Here's Gilberto. Hleb finds Henry. Trying to find Ljungberg, has made a great run. It will fall to Hleb. His shot is blocked by Hreiderson. Arsenal. Waves and waves now coming forward.
It's the kind of run we've been expecting from Freddie Ljungberg. Wonderful challenge from Luke Young, who spotted it and managed to get himself round the back.
Now Henry. Arsenal trying to unleash their full repertoire at the moment, but Andy Fight, solid as a rock for Charlton in midfield. Brian Hughes. The Arsenal fans are now louder at the Valley. Lehmann just lets that go beyond him and beyond Darren Bent.
This was a typical Ljungberg run there, but Luke Young right on his case. But Hreiderson then thrown himself to make the block. Charlton come under real pressure here. Arsenal moving through the gears now.
10 minutes to go to half-time. It's been an excellent first half. Here's Henry. Justin Hoyt's got down the left-hand side, having screamed for the ball. When it came, he couldn't control it.
Well, this is Hreiderson. You could hardly say he's extending his arms wide of his body or above his head, so I think the correct decision not to penalise him. It certainly hit his arm, but it was ball to arm.
Absolutely. Now there's a foul involving Darren Bent on Ibe. Mark Clattenburg may produce another card. In fact, it's not Bent, it's Hasselbank.
I don't think Jimmy can have too many complaints. He's well late. I've got to say Mark Clattenburg could have had the cards out earlier than he did. He let a couple of real rash ones go early on.
He's averaged 4 yellow cards per game, Mark Clattenburg, in his previous 3 Premiership engagements, and he's racked up 4 already 3 for Charlton, 1 for Arsenal. This is Lundberg. Touré's got it forward to Kleb, whose approach work set up the equaliser. Now Gilberto, Eboué, in towards Van Persie again. Charlton have smuggled it away for a corner.
Again, it's Luke Young who's providing the insurance for the two centre-backs. Eboué just sent a little bit wider than he wanted to be here by Gilberto. Good ball in, and again it's Luke Young who's round the back covering.
Firm header away by Jonathan Fortune. There's a flag on this near side. The referee will stop play to Darren Bent's annoyance. Flag went up a while before. The referee then glanced over his shoulder to finally see it.
Again, I think he's right. Crowd unhappy about it, but it was the right decision.
Free kick quickly taken. Fabregas's through ball headed away by Haraderson. This time Arsenal penalised. Fabregas on thigh.
I'll be glad of the free kick, Charlton. It gets him up the pitch a little bit, gives him a little breather.
Yeah, it's been a torrid last 10 minutes for them. Haraderson's up, gets the flick, but only succeed in directing it behind the goal line. No surprise that Charlton conceded. They've now only kept one clean sheet in the last 12 matches. The worst defensive record in the Premiership this season. That's the 12th goal they've shipped. Here's Gilberto. Eboué to Kleb. Fabregas has found Kleb again. That's a lovely turn, but Haraderson stuck to his guns. Andy Reid telegraphed that. Henry trying to spin it out to Van Persie, but Luke Young's in the way.
Struggling to get out at the moment, Charlton. I think it's because they're not hitting the front two. There's nothing going into feet, nothing sticking.
I suppose, given the current predicament, Ian Dowie would probably settle for a point, given the quality of the opposition. Charlton haven't drawn a game yet this season. A solitary win against Bolton, the rest all defeats. Just Haraderson, we're into the last 5 minutes of the first half. One apiece at the Valley. This is Talal El Karkouri. And towards Hasselbank. Got there ahead of Touré to head goalwards. It was Bent, in fact.
Well, Touré's going to go there at Jens Lehmann. Reckon he could have come and taken that. I'm not convinced of that. Darren Bent's up early enough. He's making sure Touré's not getting off the ground there.
English goal scorer in the Premiership last season, Darren Bent. Top overall scorer, of course, is the man at the other end, Thierry Henry. Kleb. It's neatly left, and Eboué's early cross was rather too early for everyone, really. Dowie said before the game that it's a lack of concentration that's letting his side down at the moment. For an hour they were at least level with Aston Villa in terms of the play, but gave a goal away, and then as soon as the second one went in, their heads went down a bit, and that was another thing that Ian Dowie pointed to, the fact that he wants them to show the right attitude for the whole 90 minutes. Here's Hleb for Arsenal. Fabregas down the right. Tackled by Hreiderson though. Now Fai. Fouled there by Fabregas. There'll be another card.
Yeah, right in front of the referee. I've no doubt that Cesc Fabregas is trying to win the ball here. It's a typical forwards challenge. Just mistimed it. Cheap one to give away because Fai's so deep in his own half. He thinks he can win that.
A yellow card for the teenager who was ever present in the Champions League run last season. Here's Van Persie. Hreiderson though nips in for Charlton. There's a well-intentioned left foot pass through towards Darren Bent, but just too fast. Talal El-Karkouri, away by Aboué. He was pulling Ljungberg there. And now Fabregas. A minute and a half till the 45 are up. Tries to find Henry, but Hreiderson's in the way. Here's Andy Reid for Charlton. Complete and utter miss kick. And Gilberto quickly finds Aboué, who in turn has passed to Alexander Hleb. Good tackle by Hreiderson to corner.
Andy Reid won't like seeing this again. We've all done that from time to time.
And certainly time for another goal as we enter the final minute. There will be, I'm sure, a reasonable amount of stoppage time given all the yellow cards. Van Persie with the corner. Carson comes and punches. Bent's got there ahead of Hoyt. Gilberto's given it to Hughes, but his control wasn't good enough, and Arsenal have it back. Fabregas, Henry. Charlton will muscle forward now with Andy Fai, and that's a good ball out to Darren Bent. He's only got Hasselbank in the box at the moment. Reid is also arriving. This is Andy Reid. Couldn't get the ball under control, and Kolo Toure volleyed it clear.
Well, again, Darren Bent is onside. It's Aboué who's the deepest Arsenal defender as Channel knocked the ball forward. Maybe just a little bit too much pace on it for Andy Reid to try and hit that first time. Not the best first touch either, though.
There'll be 3 minutes added on at the Valley. Here's Andy Fai for the home side. Just there ahead of Lisby. It's a good run by Luke Young. Cross is held though by Jens Lehmann. Doesn't have that much to do, the German World Cup goalkeeper. Here's Cesc Fabregas, looking for Ljungberg, but go above him, above Hughes, and trundle away for a goal kick.
I think the important thing is that Brian Hughes was matching the run, was aware of the run. That's where Ljungberg catches centre-backs out so often. A lot for Arsene Wenger to ponder at the moment.
Needs to win this game, really, if Arsenal are to get back towards Chelsea at the top of the Premiership. These are the sort of games he's customarily won in the past. Just a clip on Ljungberg. Lisby was the miscreant. The referee's insisting free kick's taken with the ball stationary.
Does it really matter in that area of the pitch? Does it really matter?
Yeah, you do wonder. Here's Fabregas. Last chance for Arsenal, probably. Knocked up by Fortune and then headed away by Hreidarson. Darren Bent's found Hasselbank well, but there's no support for him at the moment. But Luke Young suddenly appears. Oh, and the referee has given a foul to Charlton there. And Hasselbank, rightly, I think, is furious that advantage wasn't played.
That's a poor decision from the referee. There's very little support for Luke Young in any case, but he was certainly in a position to take Charlton right up the pitch. I don't get this one at all. How the referee can't see the benefit of allowing the play to develop there, I've no idea.
It's developed now with Lehmann just clawing the ball away from Hermann Hreidarson. That's the end of an entertaining first half at the Valley. Darren Bent putting Charlton ahead. A suspicion of offside, but the goal stood from Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank's pass, his 5th goal of the season. But then Alexander Hleb setting up the chance for Robin van Persie to steady himself before firing low into the net to draw Arsenal level. It's been a very entertaining opening 45 minutes. We've had 5 yellow cards as well. Arsene Wenger, in the week that he celebrates his 10 years in charge, will be pleased that his team have got back into this one. We'll now be hoping, of course, that they can go on and win it. It's Charlton Athletic 1, Arsenal 1. One in the Barclays English Premier League at half-time. Charlton taking a surprise lead. Darren Bent side-footing in from Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank's cross. A suspicion of offside, but the goal was allowed to stand, but it didn't last too long at the other end. Alexander Hleb with some good skill, a good cross, and Van Persie finishing emphatically to ensure that at half-time it's Charlton 1, Arsenal 1.
Sports. and gentlemen, would you please welcome back to the pitch for the second half, Charlton Athletic!
Welcome back to the Valley. It was a hugely entertaining first half in this Barclays English Premier League encounter. Charlton Athletic taking the lead against Arsenal through Darren Bent side-footing home after Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank had supplied the cross. Arsenal equalising through Robin van Persie to set up an intriguing second half. That's Radostin Kishishev, who looks as if he's going to come on for Charlton, we believe, for Andy Fye. We'll have that confirmed in just a second. Two of the Premiership's greatest strikers having a conversation in the middle of the field there. That's the Bulgarian Kishishev, who will come on for the second half. It is indeed coming on there. Fye is the man who's off. We understand that Andy Fye has picked up a groin injury in the first half, and that's why Kishishev has taken his place. Arsenal then looking to celebrate Arsene Wenger's 10 years in charge with a win. 1-1 at the moment at the Valley. First half was very entertaining. Hopefully the second half will be too. Pleb in field to Gilberto. This is Eboué. Kishishev gets his first touch since coming on. And finds Hasselbank.
It's the kind of ball they need forward, John. Got to hit the strikers if they want to get up the pitch.
Fabregas to Hleb, whose trickery set up Van Persie's equaliser. Here's Hleb again, this time it's intercepted. This is Justin Hoyt leaving it for Van Persie. Henry in towards Ljungberg. Couldn't quite control it, there was no flag.
It's a pity. He sticks to the outside of his right foot, he's in here. He is level. It's a clumsy touch, let him down. But we haven't seen too much of that from Freddie Ljungberg, and he is playing one in today. There's more of a chance for him to get up the side of centre-backs today than he otherwise might if he was playing left side.
This is Kevin Lisby. Hasselbank, Lisby again! Produces the save from Jens Lehmann. Fairly comfortable one.
I don't think it's a shot. I think he's trying to find Darren Bent here. Nice one too. I mean, he could have put his left foot right through this, but I think he's trying to find Darren Bent.
It looked more like a pass than a shot, certainly in terms of its intent. Kishishev, straight to Hoyt. Now Van Persie. Still going, the Dutchman. Right roll to Henry. Gets there ahead of Young. It's Henry. Not at full stretch by Jonathan Fortune, though. With Arsenal making a purposeful start to the second half. Gilberto. Made a mess of that, though. It's loose again by El Karkouri. Ljungberg strikes the shot. El Karkouri blocks it this time. Shoot Henry, he is. It's always diverting wide of the post.
Certainly never going to trouble Scott Carson. Nightmare for Brian Hughes here, trying to get tight, trying to show him onto his left foot. Typical change of pace to get him onto his right side. I think he was looking for a runner, he's looking for someone to show there.
He scored in his last 4 games, Thierry Henry, if you count the French international game against Italy. Gilberto Silva over towards Hleb. Eboué's on the overlapping run. Oh, by Van Persie, who gets his second of the game to put Arsenal in front. Glorious volley.
Well, it certainly was a glorious volley. But if Eboué deliberately picks him out here, what a ball in it is. Because Eboué is so quick. By the time he gets in behind, there's very little support hitting the penalty area. Neither only are Van Persie in the picture at the moment. If that's a pick out, it's a wonderful ball in, but what a first-time volley. Scott Carson.
Well, they're chanting his name in the Jimmy Seed stand. It's not surprising. It's one of the goals of the season from Robin Van Persie. The degree of difficulty, Davey, on getting that volley on target and in the net is staggeringly high.
Well, it was so high. You know, both feet off the ground when he hits it. There's a lot of pace on the ball as well. It's a wonderful piece of technique.
2-1 then to Arsenal. We're backtracking at the moment, though. Needed Kolo Touré's intervention to prevent Darren Bent getting anywhere near goal. Flag was up anyhow, actually.
Well, Darren Bent reckoned he was on here. As he's played, I think he was onside. Gilberto Silva, who was playing him on this near side here.
Here is Gilberto. And Arsenal fans on full cry at the moment. Ball's been given away though by Gallas. Here's Hasselbank. Might cut it and shoot. Does so, but Lehmann was there to make the save. Hasselbank missed a couple of chances last week against Aston Villa, one of those similar to that one.
It doesn't do much wrong. He watched Jens Lehmann. I think when he did get in behind, there was no one hitting the penalty box, so there was no point in playing it in early.
It's a poor header by Haraderson that will fall for Henry. But Kishishev has snapped in and one ball back for Charlton. Here's Hasselbank. Lisby's making ground down the right-hand side. Hits Eboué. Lisby might get a second chance. He's playing it behind Kishishev. Charlton will try and keep the pressure on. It's a decent ball through towards Young, but it was nicely cut out by Eboué, or rather Hoyt. This is Eboué. Van Persie, the hero of the hour for Arsenal at the moment. Back with Hoyt, though. Don't think in 10 years of all the glorious goals he's seen Arsenal score. I imagine Van Persie's one is fairly high up there on Arsene Wenger's list.
Well, he'll do to score a better goal than this for the rest of his career, far less in what remains of this season. That's a special strike, is it not?
That is simply sensational. 9 times out of 10, anyone who tries those will see the ball land in the car park behind that stand, but Scott Carson just had no time at all to react. Here's Henry. It's broken off Kishishev for Gilberto. Henry again. Ljungberg nicks it off his toes. Hleb is out right-hand side. This is Fabregas. Gilberto wants it square. And shoots! Carson saves well.
He had to take the touch. Gilberto didn't fancy it, hitting it first time on his left side, determined to get it onto his right foot. Could have let this go across his body, hit it with his left, but was determined to get it onto his right side. And he was never going to beat Scott Carson there.
Once again, Darren Bent was looking to just get in behind Kolo Touré. Some loose pass by Gilberto. Andy Reid slides in. Touré's giving it away now to Hasselbank. Couldn't get it back though. Kishishev lost it. Fabregas with the long ball upfield. Nicely dealt with by Talal El Karkouri. The forward pass wasn't so good. Persie has won it again in midfield. It might break for Hasselbank. Ball is knocked across by Reed. Darren Bent has kept that in. Finds the cross. Hasselbank there. And Toure threw himself at it. Kleb trying to bring it away for Arsenal. Nudged by Kishishev, the sub.
There's a half chance at the front post here, but great defending by Toure. The ball come in from Darren Bent. Watertight there on Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank.
Andy Reid glad to be back playing football again. He missed much of last season through injury. This season he's also missed games with a hamstring, but he's back today. Here's Fabregas for Arsenal. Minutes gone in the second half. Arsenal leading by 2-1. One goal seen in this half. Really special from Robin van Persie. This is Gilberto. Henry is there. The flag is up. He will be allowed to continue. Kishishev. Darren Bent's off in pursuit again. He's got some support from Lisby if he needs it. This is Kevin Lisby now. Ball came off Ljungberger, then hit Darren Bent, and Arsenal will bring it away. Justin Hoyt. Gilberto. Ljungberg joining the attack. It's not Henry's best ball out to Hoyt, and it was intercepted by El Karkouri. Lisby trying to get beyond Gilberto. He's done that, but he's given it away. And Boué, who provided that cross for the stunning Van Persie volley, has the ball on halfway. Kleb, too long for Henry.
Yeah, even for Thierry Henry, even with his pace. Certainly wouldn't grudge Arsene Wenger his lead. One down, got a few questions to answer, and they've done it big time. Still a bit of work left in the game, but they certainly have it by the throat right now.
He does seem to spend an awful lot of time staring at the ground today, Arsene Wenger. But he's not one for flamboyant celebrations, but I'm sure he was on his feet when that ball hit the net from Van Persie. Kleb, he's neatly found Boué, and Boué tries to release Fabregas. Hughes is the man running back with him for Charlton. Is that a foul? The Arsenal fans thought so behind that goal, but the referee did not.
It's an old-fashioned shoulder charge, John, that's what that is. Used to be 10 a penny. Don't often get away with them these days.
Fabregas is still a fairly slight figure. That's almost a mess in the box. It is, it's Henry! And Scott Carson has saved the blushes of Jonathan Fortune there, who made an absolute mess. And Henry couldn't quite finish. Charlton survived.
Well, I think, to be fair to Jonathan Fortune, it's the last thing he needs is the pass from Scott Carson here. The position would be closed down here. The last thing he wants is that pass. All of a sudden he's in real bother. And to be fair to Scott Carson, he redeemed his mistake.
He did. It was a very good save. Henry was looking to score for the third Premier League game in a row. Here's Ljungberg. Hoyt to Henry. Ljungberg's the man injured at the moment, as we look at Thierry Henry. Ljungberg trying to slip it down the line to Hoyt. Referee spotted an infringement there. It's coming up to the hour mark at the Valley. Charlton in danger of making it 6 defeats out of 7 in this disastrous start to the Premiership campaign. But here's Hasselbank. Toe poke away, but only as far as Hughes. There's space for a cross here for Brian Hughes. Coming off Reed.
Never really got anything on it, but good ball in from Brian Hughes, who was determined to make a decent angle there, get himself closer to the byline before he knocked it in.
Well, Corey. Only half cleared by Toure. Chance for Reed! Fantastic save by Jens Lehmann. Just scraped it away at the foot of his post.
It certainly is a fabulous save. I think Lehmann is expecting it to go to his right-hand side. Had to get down very quickly to his left. Horrible height.
Charlton have a corner though. Reed, having nearly scored, will take the corner. It's flicked on. There's a chance for Hasselbank. Again, it's been smuggled away.
Looks their best bet right now. A corner or a cross coming in from particularly this right-hand side. Arsenal don't win the first ball. Thereafter they're in trouble at the back post. Nice little nudge here by Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank on Toure. And Lehmann does ever so well here.
Corner from the opposite side. Hleb at the near post, firmly away. Reed with a clever ball towards Hughes, but Eboue's read it. Cushion pass to Van Persie. There might be a break on here for Arsenal. It's Fabregas. Henry and Ljungberg are up there. This is Henry. Calls for handball just for a second. Realises it's not going to come, so plays on. Henry into the box. Oh, and Van Persie should have had his hat-trick. And the simplest chance that's fallen to him today goes begging.
If you consider the one he took for the second goal, it's unimaginable that he would miss this. Henry at the byline. Go on, knock it in. Dear oh dear. For a man in a hat-trick, that is unbelievable.
It is extraordinary, isn't it? 1 minute you're blasting the most impossible looking of volleys into the top corner, and the next minute you're side-footing wide from a yard. This proves we're all human, I guess. But had it gone in, I'm sure Arsenal would have claimed all 3 points. As it is, Charlton are still only 1 goal from parity. Andy Reid almost had it, but for Jens Lehmann's agility at the foot of his post. Here come Charlton again, but that attack comes to nothing. Fabregas switches the play across to the right-hand side. This is Alexander Hleb. Fabregas. Away again to cross. It's taken a deflection on its way through. It'll be a corner kick. Andy Reid was the man in the way. Having survived 2 corners at the other end, Arsenal now have one of their own. Hleb! Good strike, and a deflection took it wide.
I think it came off Andy Reid. He's certainly got plenty on it there, Alexander Pleb. I think he set himself. It might even have been Brian Hughes that came off.
It was a vital touch, whoever it was, but it is another corner to defend for Charlton. This time it definitely was Hughes with the header away at the near post. This is Luke Young. Talal El Karkouri's gone sprinting forward. He's trying to find Lisby, but Eboué came across from right back to cover there.
Well, that's the value of this man's pace. Terrific insurance policy for the two centre-backs, so quick.
Luke Young's cross for Charlton. Lehmann is there. Yeah, they've got incredible pace on both sides of the back four. Arsenal, Eboué, who we've seen, and Hoyt, whose mother used to be a Great Britain sprinter. Very, very quick. Here's Gallas. Who got his first Arsenal goal against Sheffield United last week, gets the ball forward. Fabregas out to Hoyt. Oh, he switched it across to Hleb on the far side. Fabregas. Ljungberg's gone on a little run through. It's Freddie Ljungberg! It's great defending again.
It's Kishishev who matches the run, and they are runs that have to be tracked. Hard for centre-backs to pick up that run from Ljungberg.
Here's Kishishev now. Ryderson is out wide. Brian Hughes for Charlton. Now Ori and Ljungberg. Hleb's to his right-hand side. Fabregas. Back to Hleb. Lunge is by Ryderson, but Hleb's got it back. Ljungberg again. Hleb's gone down. Play continues. Eboué finding Fabregas. Charlton just can't get the ball back at the moment. It's out with Ljungberg now. Finally, Charlton get it back through Brian Hughes. Bent to Reid. This is Kishishev. And the crowd growing a little impatient. Hasselbank trying to find Reid, but Touré's there. This is Ljungberg. He was fouled. No hard feelings.
I think Jimmy knew that Freddie Ljungberg was getting away from him here. A handful of his jersey initially. But a 2-1, Charlton still in it, no matter how much Arsenal have of the ball here.
Well, here's Van Persie, who should have made it 3, both for his team and himself. Worked out to Hleb again. A triangle being played between Eboué, Ljungberg and Hleb. This is Gilberto. Ljungberg has it now to get beyond Jonathan Fortune. That's another foul, this time by Ryderson on the Swede.
It's another needless one as well, because they've got 2 against 1 there. They've got Fortune, they've got Ryderson, and Ljungberg is actually running away from goal. Giving Arsenal a good chance to throw something in here. He's going nowhere there, Freddie Ljungberg. May have been accidental, but nevertheless, Charlton on the back foot now.
Ryderson is one of the 5 that was booked in the first half, so can't afford too many more. Van Persie, who's scored the 2 goals, will now try and set one up from the ensuing free kick. Easy header for Luke Young, but it's fallen to Eboué. A bit of a tangle there. Andy Reid intercepted by Justin Hoyt, who finds Gilberto. And Persie. Really trying to get it back to him, but Van Persie was on the deck by then. This is Brian Hughes for Charlton. Lisby is on the halfway line. Young outside him. Hughes again. Kishishev. Luke Young's cross. Lehmann comes. Punches well, but he was being pushed.
I think it was always favourite there, Jens Lehmann. Plenty of time to measure the cross, Luke Young, and it's really got to be either front post or really deep. Something that'll take Jens Lehmann out of the game. Nice height for Lehmann, and even though he's coming over the top, he was always favourite.
20 minutes to go at the Valley. Arsenal, who've kick-started their season in recent weeks, leading by 2-1. Charlton would do anything to kick-start theirs. Have it with Lisby. He's run into trouble. It's going to be a long throw from Luke Young. The big men have got forward. Attempted overhead kick, appeals for a handball. Corner is all that is given.
Well, it's a big appeal against William Gallas.
Hasselbank with the acrobatics. Charlton are furious, but no penalty.
Well, I'll tell you what, William Gallas is fortunate. His arm is unnaturally high, making himself taller by the extension of his arm. He's lucky.
Can they profit from the corner? No, it's headed away by Touré, only as far as Hughes, who gets it back in. That was late, was it? By Touré on Hughes. The referee's going to book the Arsenal man.
Determined not to allow the ball to come back into the box here, Kolo Touré. He is late. He's desperately trying to squeeze it, take the pressure off his goalkeeper.
Well, Touré, who made his 200th Arsenal appearance against Porto in midweek, marks his 201st with a yellow card. Meanwhile, Jens Lehmann looks in a little bit of trouble, sat down in his 6-yard box there. He's not up yet, so the free kick will have to wait. Arsenal, of course, have Manuel Almunia on the bench, and Lehmann looks in some trouble.
Well, in the meantime, William Gallas will be a relief man that nothing was given here. But look how high his right arm is. That's unnaturally high. And we have seen them given. The officials are told now that if a player makes himself wider or bigger through the extension of his hands, you give a penalty. That's all it takes at 2-1 for Charlton to get back into the game.
Yeah, certainly it was a very, very good shout. And as you say, Davey, William Gallas is a very, very relieved man. The question now is whether Jens Lehmann will be able to continue. Gary Lewin, you can see there. Pulls his keeper to the ground, which is encouraging from the Arsenal fans' point of view.
Well, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank's desperate to get on with this. There's no one else hitting this but the Dutch striker. He's been measuring this for the last couple of minutes.
Well, finally the free kick will take place with Lehmann back on his feet. Hughes is standing over the ball. Reed is there as well. It's Hasselbank! Oh, Lehmann spilt it, but fortunately for him, he spilt it straight to William Gallas.
Well, you've got to give Gallas credit for being in there first. Uncharacteristic spill from Lehmann. This is a bread and butter save. The Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank hits that into the ground. Fortunately enough, Gallas is in ahead of Jonathan Fortune.
Charlton corner. 15 minutes left. Lehmann's claimed that one okay. Henry somehow has emerged with the ball, and now it's Van Persie. Kleb is charging away over in the top of your picture there, but it's gone instead to Thierry Henry. It's Henry, I thought he was going to shoot for a minute. He is going to shoot! Just wide. Well, it'd be just like him to score a spectacular goal on the year that his manager celebrates 10 years in charge.
Yeah, I think Scott Carlson's always getting across, but certainly got plenty of movement on the ball there, Thierry Henry. After what was a difficult 5 minutes or so for Arsenal.
Justin Hoyt's done really well there. He's continued his run as well. Scampering off to Freddie Ljungberg's left-hand side, and he's been caught by Kishishev and won his team a free kick. Justin Hoyt, positive play from the young left-back.
I don't know how much contact there is here. He certainly gets the landing gear up quickly, but there's no contact there.
And the referee saw it differently, and so Arsenal have a free kick. Thomas Rosicky, incidentally, is waiting to come on for Arsenal. That's in there, the Czech Republic international. But we'll have the free kick first. Henry with it. I'm sure the referee spotted the activity in the dugouts on the far side of the field. Here's Hughes for Charlton. He's giving it straight to Kleb. Kleb to Henry, trying to nudge it away to Ljungberg, but Luke Young was able to intercept. Kishishev. Darren Bent. Here's Andy Reid. Promising move from Charlton. Reid with a curling cross.
That's not a bad ball, it's just slightly too heavy, and that was the target he was trying to pick out. A lot of yellow jerseys around Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank.
I think Van Persie is going to make way after that stunning volley to add to his first half goal. There's going to be a Charlton substitution as well, incidentally, but first of all, Thomas Rosicky is going to come on for Robin Van Persie, who certainly played his part today. That goal, I'm sure, will be a goal of the season contender. And meanwhile, Darren Ambrose has come on for Charlton Athletic. So double sub, one for each team. Rosicky on for Arsenal. Ambrose has replaced Andy Reid for Charlton Athletic. 12 minutes left at the Valley.
Freddie Ljungberg's going to play on the left-hand touchline now. Has been playing one in, but to accommodate Rosicky. Going to play up against Luke Young.
El Kalkouri forward for Charlton. Over away was by Gallas, but only as far as Lisby. Hasn't got much room for manoeuvre, but he has found Brian Hughes. That's a great cross! Oh, and Hasselbank, what a chance! What a chance for Charlton to go level. And by his standards, that's a bad miss.
Well, he simply has to score there. Couldn't have asked for a better ball in. Look at the pace on this. Moving away from Lehman. Well, I mean, if he nods that good morning, he's scoring there, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink. And a player of his pedigree, well, he's got the whole target to hit there. He's not under any pressure, and he has to score.
He's only got the one goal since he arrived from Middlesbrough. That was against former club Chelsea in the 2-1 defeat at Stamford Bridge. Hughes trying to put Young in, but it's too long. Well, there were a couple of occasions at the beginning of each half last week against Aston Villa when Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink failed to take chances. Charlton lost that game. And then Dowie realises time is running out. Arsene Wenger is hoping his personal party continues with 3 more points today. This is Rosicki finding Hleb. Oh, that's lovely play by Hleb. Fabregas! Wonderful save again by Scott Carson.
That's a terrific save, but Henry looking for a square ball here. He's got a tap in. Good ball by Hleb, because I think he realised that Henry was offside. He's not offside there, though, in phase 2. And if Fabregas squares that, Thierry Henry's got a tap in.
Well, that's the second excellent one-on-one save that Carson has made, having earlier foiled Thierry Henry in this half. Fabregas has gone across to take the corner. It's very deep, but Rosicki's there. Loose in the box, there was no flag, no whistle, so El Karkouri's intervention ahead of Ljungberg was a timely one. Henry to Rosicki. Ika's got a great shot on him. The volley was held again by the Charlton keeper.
It's a lovely little glancing header by Henry to get him in the first place. Game really stretched and open now.
Kishishev for Charlton. Back to Hughes. Ambrose on the far side finds Ryderson. Crossed by the big Icelandic defender towards Darren Bent. Up towards Hasselbaink. It came for Kishishev and he miskicked. The man who's only ever scored 2 goals in his career. That's not the best person to find with a loose ball in the box.
Great challenge by Gilberto Silva, nevertheless, though. At full stretch. We can't say Charlton have rolled over here. What an effort this has been this second half.
Well, what will please Ian Dowie, regardless of the result, is the fact that he asked for them to show a bit more spirit when things were going against them, and they've done that certainly.
They've had a lot of joy throwing balls in from the wide here, as Arsenal at times have struggled. So Gilberto Silva does well there at full stretch. This was Rosicki, who managed to get across the front of Luke Young. And that's been the type of second half it's been.
It's 126 games since Radiston Kishishev last scored. Here's Luke Young. Darren Bent is away, the flag is up though, to the howls of derision from the home fans.
I looked on side just below us. Must have been very tight. Well, I think he's onside. Fine margins though for assistants to judge in a split second.
Lehman seems to have recovered from his knock. Henry's kept that in, or has he? No, the referee thought so, but the assistant referee on this near side had other ideas, and there will be a Charlton throw. 7 minutes to go. Arsenal have the free kick. telling Hoyt to get on with him. And the referee is going to yellow card the youngster for time wasting. 21-year-old goes into the book. Maybe a bit quicker this time. Up towards Henry, Hryderson above him. Kishishev can only find Gilberto. This is Rosicki. Now Ljungberg. Corey bangs it forward for Charlton, who are running out of time. Kolo Touré's header is not the best in the world, but he gets a second bite at the cherry. Fabregas to Henry. El Corey between him and the goal. It's Henry! Carson saves yet again, and Hryderson clears.
Well, I had to go on his own there, Terry Henry. There just was no support arriving in the box. Hleb and Fabregas trying to get forward to support him. It was Fabregas who fed him initially. He was always going to work this onto his right side and try and get the shot away.
It's another fine save from the man who got an unexpected World Cup call-up. We didn't play in Germany, on loan from Liverpool, of course. It's loose by Rosicki. He's giving it straight to Darren Bent, and suddenly Charlton may counter. It's Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank finding Kevin Lisby. 4.5 minutes to go. Lisby looking to get beyond Hoyt. Plays the ball in. Solid clearance, though, by Kolo Touré. Young tussling with Ljungberg. Free kick to Charlton. Young has it again. Ljungberg's fouled him again.
He took plenty of the ball here, Freddie Ljungberg.
Clumsy follow through. Oh, the free kick's been wasted.
What's a waste?
Dear.
Got to put that in the box, surely. Yeah. I don't know why the centre-back's taking it anyway. He should be at the back post.
Ljungberg's got away from Hasselbank. Henry up ahead of him. Fabregas square. Here's Fabregas now. Rosicki making himself available. Now it's Hleb. Showing some good touches today, but that wasn't one of them. Gilberto, Rosicki, can certainly hit them. Headed away from Henry by Fortune. Rosicki's header back in, but Henry was in an offside position and didn't attempt to play the ball. Lehman's out quickly. Oh, that's lovely by Hleb. Fabregas. Henry up ahead of him. If he can find the pass, there it is. It's Thierry Henry. Which way is he going to go? Left foot. Well blocked by El Khakouri.
He couldn't make up his mind. Does ever so well to drift off into the inside left channel. Well fed by Fabregas. And only at the moment is really Arsenal's only out ball.
Short corner by Henry to Rosicki. Henry's got it back. Thomas Rosicki finds Fabregas. They're playing keep ball at the moment, Arsenal. There's Henry. Is he going to go for it again? They run into Darren Ambrose. Charlton get it clear. Lisby with Touré.
Good tackle from Touré, one that he had to win. Come a long way to make it.
Darren Ambrose. It's an over-hit pass. Fabregas just rides the challenge and has to go backwards though. He's found Eboué and now Hleb. This is Rosicki. Tries to squeeze it through to Henry, but Luke Young, another who's been left out of the latest England squad, gets the ball forward. Jimmy Floyd-Hasselbank hustling with Kolo Touré, but Touré gets the ball away. Fabregas to Gallas.
They really have struggled to the Arsenal in the central defensive area and the ball's in the air. Again, they allow that ball to bounce, and they've been all over the place at times.
They've been gifted a throw-in due to a rather clumsy header by Talal El Kalkouri. Ljungberg, who's ridden that challenge well, but in the end, I think the pain got to him, and Kishishev will join the increasing number of names in referee Clattenburg's book.
Again, it's not a difficult decision for Mark Clattenburg. Kishishev, no chance of playing the ball here. Ljungberg's on his way.
Actually, to be fair to the referee, although he's now brandished 4 yellow cards to each side, most of them were fairly understandable. Ljungberg and Hasselbank are still good friends. Arsenal are going to make another substitution in just a moment. Alexander Hleb, who has had a good game and set up the first goal, makes way, and Johan Djuru, who missed the Champions League victory over FC Porto after getting injured just before the game started, has come on for the final 3 minutes of stoppage time. Fabregas finds Rosicki, now Ljungberg. Gilberto. Gets it back from Henry, the Brazilian. Ljungberg. A few boos from the Charlton crowd. Gallas to Gilberto. Now Fabregas, he's got the buoy outside him. This is the Ivory Coast World Cup player now. He's got a second chance maybe to get the ball in. This time he finds Fabregas. It's a nice ball by Gilberto, good control by Ljungberg too. Rosicki.
Nobody in the box, quite happy to keep it in the corner.
Just letting the seconds tick down, Arsenal. Young's gone through there on Ljungberg. Maybe another booking here. No, I think a warning will do. Clumsy rather than malicious.
He's given a free kick, I think. I'd be surprised if this goes into the box. They're taking shot more likely.
Arsenal have used up nearly 3 minutes of stoppage time now. There's one to go. Spot on, Davey. It's a short one. Rosicki and Henry combining. Now Djuru. Buoy to Rosicki, who's switched to the right. All the way back to Jens Lehmann. Young's missed that. Henry to Ljungberg. Henry off down the left-hand side. Once again, probably in no hurry to get the ball into the box. There's only Fabregas in that box at the moment. Henry getting to the byline, trying to go all the way. Don't think it went out, it didn't. If Fabregas had got on the end of that and stuck it in, it would have counted.
Luke Young's just trying to untangle his legs at the moment.
He won't be the first and he won't be the last with Henri around. Here's Radostin Kishishev. Last chance saloon for Charlton Athletic, but the header is away by Diarra to Fabregas. And Arsenal have won for the third successive Premiership game. They're back on track in the week that Arsene Wenger celebrated 10 years in charge, and he's shaking the hands of the man whose 2 goals manufactured this win. The second one, an absolute thing of beauty, thundered into the roof of the net on the volley from 20 yards. A wonderful goal to win any game. As for Charlton, well, the misery continues. 6 defeats out of 7 now at the start of the Premiership table, rooted in the bottom 3. But Robin van Persie has ensured that Arsene Wenger's celebrations continue this week. At the Valley, it finished Charlton Athletic 1, Arsenal 2.